What's going on YouTube? It's Toxin here. Today we're talking about limited run games again because I found something on Reddit that I thought was a little bit interesting. Now, not too long ago, we did get a physical copy of Tomba on the Switch. This was released by Limited Run Games using the Carbon engine. I picked up this copy at the pop-up shop they did here in Soho, New York City. Pretty cool. Anyway, every time they come out with these collections, there's usually a big box that comes with some goodies like a keychain, a poster, and a plushie. And the reason I'm talking about this today is because I did find someone on Reddit who posted that he was dissatisfied with his package when he got it and realized that what was advertised didn't arrive in the box. So let's take a look at the item in question. Now, this is what he was expecting, right? And this is what arrived. Now, this happens a lot. Sometimes they show some concept art of what the product is supposed to be like, and then sometimes you get something totally different. Now, this one is not too far off, but it does look a little janky, right? Biggest thing that's notable to me is the nose. For some reason, Tomba, this is the way he's supposed to look, right? And for whatever strange reason, they gave him a big bulbous nose. Now, that's totally not Tomba. I don't know why they put that nose there. It kind of blows my mind. But everything else looks fine, right? The hair is a little bit off. They noticed that the muscles were a little bit different. That doesn't bother me too much. I think the shorts are fine and everything. But really, it's just the nose looks completely off. This kind of looks like one of those instances where they make a bootleg of a plushie and it's nothing like the original. Now, bootleg plushies are a really, really big market. At least back in the day, they used to have these Crane Game plushies in Japan where they would have these really cool prices and then people couldn't get them, so they would make these bootlegs and sell them in local stores. User says, I'm butthurt. I got mine delivered, so please allow me to get my vent on. Where did all his tood go? And fangs, and muscles, and cool hair. Also, that's another noticeable thing here. The fangs are missing, so it does look weird. It looks very, very goofy. Then I see images from those who selected the evil piggy, and it looked so good. So I guess the piggy looked fine, but for some reason they couldn't get Tomba to look the way it was supposed to look. Now, this reminds me of that whole Fallout 76 issue. Remember, way back in the day, Fallout 76 came out. They advertised a nylon bag, but when users got their bag, instead they got this cheap. Well, they ordered a canvas bag, and what they got was this cheap nylon bag instead. This was a huge, huge deal back in the day when this happened, and then eventually it was so bad that they ended up going back and shipping the correct bag to people as an apology. That was a pretty big deal. Now, this happens more often than you think, which is why you got to be careful when you pre-order things, because a lot of times you're just looking at concept art. So that's very disappointing, and that's sad to see. Hopefully that when I order products, they don't look too different from what they're supposed to look like. That's just another issue with limited run games. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with limited run games because I like the products that they put out. I just don't like their business practices. They do a lot of shady stuff. They've been in the news a lot of times for really bad controversies, such as printing the physical CDs instead of pressing them. They would actually just burn them on a CDR, which really pissed people off. That was a huge controversy. They had another controversy where one of their employees was fired only for the fact that he was following somebody that the management didn't like on Twitter or X, which, again, that's really, really bad. You shouldn't be firing people because you don't like who they follow online. That's ridiculous. I think it was Candace Owens. They didn't like that he followed Candace Owens on Twitter. Sometimes you follow people that you don't like just to see what they're doing. I know we do that a lot with Alyssa Mercante, right? We follow her online just to see the nonsense that she posts online. Doesn't mean that you're a fan of anybody. So that was really, really bad. And then, of course, their shipping is just, they never hit their goals for shipping. Anytime you buy something that's produced by Limited Run Games, they always miss their window. Now, I had purchased a Turok 3 game that was supposed to release months ago in November. I kept getting emails that it got delayed, and it just finally shipped about almost 4 months off. November, December, January. Yeah, 4 months off the window. That's almost 6 months from when they're expected to release. So, Limited Run Games, terrible. Now, I do want to talk about some of their releases. Now, they do have this really cool package here. that I do want to pre-order. This is Ernest Evans and Annet Returns Premium Pack. I will be pre-ordering this knowing that I'm probably not going to get it when it's supposed to arrive September. I'm assuming this is most likely going to release and ship in January of 2026. But what's really cool about this game is that these are sequels to a game that I have played some gameplay of on my live stream called El Viento, which was by Wolf Team. Now that game was really, really good. I did a play on that on my on one of my live streams. These are sequels. Ernest Evans is a game that came right after on the Genesis and Sega CD, and then Annet Returns, which is a totally different game from El Viento. It plays different. Here's the trailer here.
We there yet?
Just a little longer, my friend. Tell me something, though. Do you really think you'll find what you're looking for way out in these parts? The odds seem a little slim to me.
Odds don't exist in my line of work. Understand me? My name is Ernest Evans. Back home in the States, I have a bit of a rep as a treasure hunter.
My name is Siegfried Munchausen. I'm aware that you're after the Necronomicon, an ancient text riddled with evil. Mr. Capone will surely be pleased with it, no doubt.
Al Capone? What the heck does a crime lord like him want with it? And who are you?
Annet. You can call me Annet.
Your turn, Annet. Hurry! Ha!
I can do this. Yeah! Huh!
So kind of you to join us, Annet.
Siegfried.
Soon we'll have an army of mutants strong enough to conquer the world.
This is an affront to God.
God? Whatever God do you mean? The Dark Lord Hastur, perhaps? Very well.
If we let these guys have their way, then humanity's as good as done for. Promise me that no matter what happens today, you'll do everything in your power to blow this facility sky high! Okay, guys. Ready?
So there you go. That's the limited run games package there. That's Ernest Evans and Annet Returns. Really good games. Again, Ernest Evans is the weaker one of the bunch. Annet Returns is a different game from El Viento. It plays as a beat 'em up. Highly recommend you get those games. Those are pretty cool. I'm going to be getting those. And then also, this is going to be releasing on the Genesis as well. So if you don't have a Sega CD, you can get Ernest Evans in cartridge format. I will be buying the cartridge as well because, again, I'm a hoarder collector. And for the CD, what I'll be doing is I don't have a Sega CD anymore because I've had two Sega CD. I had a Model 1 that I sold way back in the day, and then I had a Model 2 that broke. So what I do now is I just play everything on my Mega EverDrive Pro, which allows you to play Sega CD games flawlessly, no skipping. The loading is cleaned up real nice. Highly recommend you get the Mega EverDrive Pro for your Sega Genesis or your Mega SG, which is the way I play. I'll be using a CD drive to rip the game, converting it into an image, and then playing that on my physical cartridge, EverDrive cart. And then for Ernest Evans, again, it's just a physical cart. This is not by Retrobit, so it's going to take a really long time. Again, I expect this to ship in January of 2026. They're saying September. That is not realistic. That's not going to happen. And that's it for this week, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like that, hit the like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content coming this week. I got some games, unboxings, and things I want to do and upload, so we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.